This is Christonian here with Burns Games, and we are playing Biomutant. It looked like it was starting into a video right off the get-go. So I just wanted to make sure that we get it. Watch now won't exist. Oh no, it's still gonna do it. So 50 works for us. Like I said, it kind of jumps into a video, so I just want to make sure we didn't miss out on that. Already mutating. I was gonna say, I wonder if it's the trailer. So yeah, you can become like a commando, a sniper, a mage. I think the commando is like the melee guy. There's like 4 or 5 classes, and that's the only thing you can't really change. Once you're in it, you're in it. I have to say, it looks pretty gorgeous. Not getting true absolute blacks, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna change some settings once I jump in, but it should only take 2 seconds. Basically, just churning down the audio.
A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end.
So, basically, this is double post-apocalypse. So we had the post-apocalypse, and then humans survived, and then supposedly a second apocalypse happened. And now, what runs the world is actually the animals. So you'll see like bears and dogs and stuff like that, but they're more like humans now. And it's all about mutating your character. They talked about the tribes. So the tribe, there's like 5 or 6 tribes to either conquer or unite. And oh yeah, the tree of life, that's the whole point of the game. You're gonna go to the roots and kill the big monsters that are trying to kill the... So yeah, I just wanted to turn it down. Ah, cool. You could toggle everything off to give, like, no HUD. Interesting. Yeah, I wanted to go to audio. And I was thinking, I've been doing 70% across the board. And I'm going to keep the speech where it is, and the gibberish should be fine too, unless it drives us nuts. Also, I'm going to check the stream to make sure I'm not muted, because that's been doing that recently. I think it was a PS5 update or whatever. Just put like spoiled or something. Okay, change the brightness, frame rate 60, sounds good to me. We got all the mapping, accessibility. Okay. I think we're ready to go. We'll keep it on medium. So we get a true test of the game. And this will be basically a start to finish kind of playthrough. I don't think we'll do everything, but I expect we'll be here for 20 to 30 hours most likely. I think they said you can get through the game in like 15.
Encode your DNA.
Okay. So we can choose our breed. Primal is a nimble developed antimorph breed, a hybrid with a gene mutation making them nimble and dexterous at a cost of lesser developed intellect. Dumo or Dumdon is the least developed antimorph breed, a hybrid offshoot that compensates the lack of mental prowess with physical strength. We have Rex. Rex is a extraordinary extraordinary developed antimorph, a hybrid with an even DNA string, making it apt for both physical and mental challenges. Okay, so that's interesting. Hyla is a regenerative developed antimorphic and a hybrid with gene morphing, making them extremely tough and resilient. So that would be a melee tank character, would probably be either a Hala or a Dumdon. The Fip breed is renowned for a highly evolved mind. Its genius is directly interlinked to the power of Ki, which amplifies their sonic output. So they must be off the chart. So that's a mage class. Ooh, look at this guy. Murgle is the definition of an idolized breed. Its evolutionary lineage has gone in the direction where form and appearance has dominated over function. It means it's just generic, I think. Yeah, so it... pretty good. Agility's pretty good. Well, and loot is good, too. Like, loot and all that goes up. Luck goes up. But everything else is generic versus... Yeah. See, this, you get vitality. Vitality and armor. This one, you get key energy. This one, you get strength. And this one, you get energy regeneration a little bit. The FIP is fine. I would just need to change the because it's pretty good. Define the character's starting attributes to see more detailed explanations of what each attribute has. Press. Okay, the touchpad, I guess. Burns game is just saying as ugly as sin. So we could just press randomize and see what happens, or we can randomize and see what happens. And then so strength means you bulk out. Charisma. Agility, so he's skinnier. And that's the intellect. So intellect, they say your head just gets bigger. Weird. Did you see that? His head actually gets smaller. Look at how much power and key they get. Yeah, I know. That's kind of cool that it morphs the character. I wanted to see if it changed the actual look of the character, but it doesn't. I think our mutations actually changed the look. That's how you customize your character. Okay, let's see what we can get here. There's one in there that's 100, and I'm trying to find it. 99. Yeah! Okay, so that's our power, our key energy, and energy regen is almost halfway already. That's fine. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna go with mage. Yeah, I think that's the kind of... Well, and that's what this game is kind of unique for, is the magic and the mutations. And I think mutations also matters on intellect.
Choose a genetic resilience.
Ha. Ha! Oh, sick. His arm changes. Biohazard is supposedly the hardest. And that's where you can get actual points to upgrade your character. So there's like loot and stuff in the biohazard. Like it was recommended that we...
Style.
There we go. I wonder if there's a rotate, but I was hoping for So I'll go with brown, or do you want one of the white ones, or like that guy's no, but that's the center one. I was thought that we could get away with the eye patch, but it doesn't look like it. Okay, so we're going with the brown.
Your main color.
There we go. But where is it? Where's the change? Yeah, his fur. Ha! You can just make him straight up black. Because it doesn't matter how high it is. Yeah, it's like the tint of his hair. See? He's changed. So if we stay where we are, we stay brown. But if you want him to have like a red tinge to his hair, you can. Or like a bluish. I don't know. It's up to you.
Green to match his arm.
Green to match all over. We'll just be the biomutant guy.
Choose your detail color.
Ah, there we go. So you can have a more solid green, so you're straight up green, or you could put like a green on red or green on yellow. Let's do a pan all the way around and see if anything looks... So, verdict.
Tried to do yellow more than orange, though. I don't know, that doesn't really look good. Try to do black.
Black, if I did like that. That should get us as black as possible. It's up to you. Like I said, the mutations should actually change the look of our guys. So this is just like the starting, and then you build on the character.
Either white or black, in my opinion.
Pick a class. Commando. Deadeye.
Deadeye is tricky, skillful rogue who's chosen a life outside the law and society.
Commando.
Commando is trained operative of elite special forces. Commandos are used to working in smaller teams. Psy-freak, which is what we're going to go with, are experienced with psychic powers and mutations. They usually outcast on the fringe of society. Oh, okay.
Commando. Deadeye. Sentinel. Deadeye.
So Deadeye has perfect reload. Your reload range are reloaded instantly, and the next meg is granted 20% more damage.
Commando.
Ranged weapons inflict 10% more damage.
Psy-freak.
Psy-freak has the spark ball and megamine. To shoot a spark ball, press down the input you have bound to the ability. It will make you throw a ball in the direction you are facing, inflicting damage to the enemies you hit. Megamine, use your key energy. Regen is increased by 20%. Interesting.
Saboteur.
Saboteur is a cunning, skilled explorer, trained operative covertly in both suburbs and wilderness. Twin silver grip and hypergenetic. So twin silver grip is a melee dual wield skill. Equip 2 different one-handed melee weapons to dual wield them. And hypergenetic is your dodge cost is reduced by 20%. Also like the look.
Scythe Commander, Deadeye.
So Deadeye looks like what we look like now. Commando is like a soldier. Psy-Freak is... He has like a leather suit. And this guy wears like casual clothes. Sentinel. Sentinels dedicate themselves to protect a house. Their dedication is for the organization as a whole, including supreme belief in their dogma. Toughness. Their base armor is increased by 10. Interesting.
Psy-Freak.
Yeah, we're going with Psy-Freak.
Psy-Freak chosen.
And then we can confirm if we want it or not. And
sounds good.
Happy with that. Okay. Move with the L stick. And look around with the R.
Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun.
Bunny hop.
We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living.
Yeah, well,
But
it's
for
a
you,
whole bunch of
it's
choices.
not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
So I'm dark red as in strength and power, or color me light blue for freedom and loyalty.
I have no idea.
Basically good and evil. So red or blue.
Do red then.
So it'll basically how we're gonna play. Are we gonna help people out, or are we gonna be a jerk and destroy stuff?
What do you want to do?
What do you want to do? This is a joint thing.
I will make less important decisions.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo of the balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
Okay, so now we can go back.
So glad you realize who you really are.
Hopefully.
Let's keep to the bright and better path moving on.
You can't contradict yourself like that. You made the right choice to begin with. Why would you change your mind?
Can I change my mind back?
Because you can't deny what's deep within your heart. Sometimes a thought is just a thought. In the end,
And we
it's
can
the
be
way
middle
you
ground.
act that counts.
Do good when we can and do evil when we can. Whatever it
Eventually, it'll be
pays
my
out
way or the highway.
aura somewhat dark. So it did give us dark. Unless it didn't give us any good for that. Okay, so that's roll.
Guess left can be right.
That's
sometimes.
pretty cool, huh? That's a sprint. Is, yeah. No, him on all fours. Look how good this looks.
Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder
And
that
good
we're
and
at
evil,
the mercy of nature and the
reacts to your
one that
powers.
preys on others.
So just like Jedi, only certain powers. Meat
Do
eaters.
you
meat.
remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
Oof. Parry. There we go. Rabbit Fury or something. So it actually looks like we're playing out the trailer.
This is not the time nor place to end this story.
That's funny. Biomutant.
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes.
Okay, Bunker 101. We have our cricket. See how he's our light on our shoulder? Escape the explosion. So I guess we could take all the time we needed to get there. Spark gloves. So this is our melee menu. Can have up to 8 items. Ooh.
The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die.
Evolution gone wrong. Melee targeting. Move toward enemy to target with melee attacks. Aim the camera toward the enemy to target them with ranged attacks. Reload your weapon. Press R1. Okay. Use the ability. Press the button it is bound to, and holding select to throw a sparking ball of chi. Key damages any enemy it hits. Hold the mutation and throw, basically. Key energy is used for dodging, using okay, so it was both. Dodging, using mutations, and performing special attacks. When you're out of key energy, you'll be unable to perform these actions. Use your key regeneration both in and out of combat.
Game on.
And I don't think there's any, weird. Not getting any loot or anything. There's no locking on that I think of. I think that's what... So that's good to know. I can use that as, like, backup when, yeah, when my spells are out. So we'll still need weapons and stuff as we go, but we'll be able to focus on, electronic module. Weapon add-ons. You found a weapon special effect add-on. Attach it to your ranged weapon to give it an extra damage type for as long as the ammo lasts. Some enemies have resistance or weakness to different types of weapons, so use them wisely. So this one does electric damage and magazine side up to that. To attach special effects, use the consumable quick menu to open. Examine the medical bag. You found medic supplies. Bags like this contain items that can help you heal. Your health doesn't automatically regenerate in combat. You have to use consumables or find other ways to heal. Okay, health patch. Regen 50, duration 5. So now it's on the quick select. We'll leave it there because we don't need it. Something in the toilet. Small health pack. Jesus. Yeah.
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
Hey, parrying. Remember to parry enemy attacks. When the enemy attacks, you see a lightning bolt flash above their heads. Ah, pressing L1. So that makes it a little bit easier.
Your energy is empty.
Oh, shit. Way to hurt myself. But also way to regen my health. Big guy's going down. Oh, blammo. Hey, looting. Fallen enemies can often be looted for healing items. Find the highlighted fallen enemy and press triangle. Remember to use your healing items when you're wounded. To open the item, select blah. Okay, we got dainty. It looks like a freaking sushi. 250. Oh, it was just the big guy. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Polymer and a clink. So it looks like this is death, so I won't even touch it. Explore the sludge ruins. Oh, not good. Yeah, I'm gonna actually heal. See, I gotta make sure I'm actually hitting them. Because I've been wasting a lot of magic just on missing him entirely. Okay. Okay, so I didn't need that. So even though I was down 700, I think it heals you 100 up to 5 seconds. There you go. Rare. Dandy candy! Yeah, I'm just looking for loot and stuff. The pump hub. I don't think there's such thing. I think it's unlimited ammo. Yeah. Okay, shielders. Some enemies carry large shields. You can break through the shields with melee attacks before you can deal damage. It's because our intelligence was cranked.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Okay, dainty again. Some more sushi. So Burns Game says we're too OP for this game.
Either that or you're real good.
Upgrade point! Defeating enemies and completing quests will give you XP. Leveling up allows you to raise one of your attributes by 10. You'll also get 1 point that you can use to unlock skills in the Wang Fu and perks menu. To go to the menu, press the options button. Level up! Level 2. Okay. When you level up, you can increase an attribute by 10. Which attribute would you like to create? Oh, and that was the other thing. They said as a mage, you don't get critical, so don't waste any on luck, other than the loot. So we're gonna go intelligent. We're just gonna keep clicking that through. You'll earn upgrade points when leveling up. These can be used to acquire special attacks or perks. Time to unlock your first special attack. Your first special attack. So close combat, ranged combat, basic melee, basic range, maneuvers, and super kung fu. Let's do ranged, because we're not really doing up in people's faces. Huh. Unarmed special. Okay. So we already have that. So we got this one, Crane Dance. Finish your melee chain by firing your gun. This is a special attack. Hitting enemy with it will fill up one Super Wong Fu icon. So circle, square, R2. Or, if we go close combat, the Unspeakable Hand. Finish a unarmed melee chain with launching a grab and pile driving slam. This will blah, blah, blah. Again, we haven't been really getting up close, so I'll just do the come from Crane Dance. Circle, square, R2. You can now perform your special attack when you have the correct weapon equipped. Once you've unlocked your attacks, you'll be able to combine them to reach Super Wong Fu state. There we go. So like I said, we'll just, now that everything is unlocked, we'll work on maneuvers and basic range for now, because we won't be getting into people's faces. Once you have more upgrade points, remember to spend them on perks and special attacks and food. Perks menu is blah. Oh. Ooh, 10 attribute at night. Interesting. Mind Meld. Power damage ability attacks have a 10% chance for critical hit. Your loot increased by 10%. Charmer. Your chance to persuade in dialogue is increased by 1 point. Your biological mounts have 5% more thing. Use after a successful attack to replenish some of your chi. Or ki. Add-ons and clothes have their value increased by 25%. Ranged weapons can fire 25% more shots. Unarmed does 20% more damage. Automation inflicts... And I will just worry about that down there. Perfect reload. Size spikes. Power damage attacks inflict 10% more damage on that thing. Brain drain. Attacks that inflict power damage regenerate your health by 20%. Level 15, level 7. And then these I can get right now. Yeah. Alright. Gear. We have no gear for our head, but we have torso, supposedly. Ah, that's funny. The studio is called Experiment 101. We're Experiment 101. So we can run around naked if we wanted to. Alright. So only stuff that looks like it's actually interactive is interactive.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
Oh yeah, they said we should upgrade this and yeah, claw bar, and there's something else. Like a glove or whatever. Glove or fist. And that's what it's like, the Tomb Raider, you know? Reinforced knife and grapple. So if we find a secret, then we'll be able to get into it if we level it up right away, you know? And then you're not wasting your time coming back.
That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
So there's a double jump, and using the bar was just like Tomb Raider. Yeah, the hammer square. We're getting to our first radiation.
Biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. You don't have it in you right now.
Bio points. Hey, you observed a bio blob. These are the points used to unlock mutations. You collect bio blobs by defeating morks and finding containers at various places in the world. You can use the bio lab or bio blobs to unlock special powers at any time by accessing your mutations. So we got 3 so far. And like I said, so there's gonna be like radioactive areas. Okay, mutations. Go to the mutations to unlock psionic powers, biogenics, and upgrade your resistance. It said mutations, right? Yeah, so this is where we can learn new spells. So right now we have Spark Ball, and there's Blaze, Blink, Freeze, Levitate, Telekinesis, High Spark, or Key Spark, and Sky Spark. Cool. But look at the darkness we need, either good or dark. So we're at 2 right now, and 0 for being good. And then Biogenics. So this is where you can learn new attacks, basically. So Vile Bile, so it's something we throw up, and then Moth Mouth. But like I said, what we're gonna do is just keep increasing our biohazard. So we're already at 45%, and it's 100% is what you need. So when you go into the area, you have 100 and it counts down. And this is the area, like I said, you get your bio points, which unlocks everything, basically. Surprised there's like nothing. Jesus. There's like nothing to loot, you know? Like not even crates. That's a weird game. I want a crate or a barrel to smash. Yeah, clay jars. What else? Generic thing. Video games. Just straight up boxes. Okay. Cranking through. Old world knowledge. Examine the info sign.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
So that's funny. It's like, what were the ones that are left behind? But it would be interesting if, like, the humans came back and did it. You found a puzzle. These are scattered around the world. Some open new paths, while others feature different rewards. Switch the node is selected use. Rotate node. Oh, okay, so it might be a puzzle. There's a number of rotations you have left. The higher your intelligence, the more moves you have. Yay! Each node has a certain position. It must be rotated into to complete the puzzle. Running out of moves may have consequences. Where am I? Okay. I don't know. I was thinking making like a path.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Weird. So just match up the colors. I'll explain it better.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right, but no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
Okay, so we're gonna learn the gist as we go.
The sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door.
Flip that.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Bam.
There you go.
It's almost like we know what we're doing. It's like we played this game before or something. Is that a human? Perfectly countering an enemy attack will stun them. A stunned enemy has stars circling their head. After attack, you can launch it in the air by pressing L1.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out.
Oh, we're actually helping him. That's funny.
You don't have the key energy for that.
Jesus, nice shotgun, whatever that was.
That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
Oh, he has to move somewhere.
Hold on to that.
I forgot to kind of look in that room. I didn't know he would do that. A new friend, an old friend.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad.
That's us.
The
We're
child could
outcasts.
have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past.
Remember what? Or a scar. You said remember what?
How Lupa Lupin somehow left you alive after his raid on the old village. He must have had a purpose with that. The question is, what? There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land.
So we're actually prince. So it sounds like our parents were king and queen, and they fell apart after they died.
After the old village was destroyed and you disappeared, a struggle between the families erupted, and over time, the disciples turned against each other. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
Memories. Yeah. Get him to do everything. By default, dialogues are set to advance from one NPC line to the next automatically. If you want to manually advance the dialogue, you can change this in accessibility. No, I'm good. Way back in the long ago. We're tiny. So cute. Motor in. Ooh, look at that.
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Mooma knows you are here.
Don't think she cares. I hope I told her.
You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life.
I don't believe in magic. No, potato people is better.
You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding.
See, we're missing because we're not doing the hand-to-hand. That, like, it actually has kung fu, basically. And we could be a kung fu mage wielder. There's nothing stopping us. Sad little man in his water. Oh! Shit. I didn't know there was endurance. He just drowned. Defeated! Okay, so this is the loading screen. Oh, there we go. At least that was fast. Oh, and that I noticed that there's just a compass, you know? Hopefully we don't have to talk to him again. Well, now we know, don't go in water. It's very colorful on the OLED. Oh, I was supposed to ruffle it, right? You found one, you should be proud.
You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's ki energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life.
What's Pensy, and will it grow strong enough?
The small tree you saw up there where you met will eventually grow into a tree of life and start giving back to nature. It'll be the heart of the land. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy.
And I'll just keep it for myself, not give it to the tree. Hoop net received. The nano. Jesus. We suck.
You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of nono out there that need to be guided to the roots of the pensai tree. Oh, it'll need a continuous flux of ki over the 12 months to come, so...
2012,
he'd say.
So 20 years. And then the village
One
got
day,
killed.
He hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
Hey, let's not go in the water, because got defeated in the first 10 seconds by water. Versus before, we were cranking through. Yeah, and it's a very vertical game. Like, we can get up mountains, and we have to find the glider. Gliders are the new thing since Zelda. Everybody's having gliders. Horizon Forbidden West.
Now
Zelda,
that you've
this.
seen the nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the pensai into a tree of life, a life goal. Not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today.
So she only worries about Wong Fu, or I shouldn't make her worry?
No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the tree of life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eaters' DNA into overdrive. His friend Gizmo is working on a mechton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Murkpuff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the northwest route.
Yeah, see, and so that's the 4
Nocco
bosses
has
for the
tamed the
entire
midget
game.
and is preparing to take on the Hoofpuff at the end of the east route.
And each one has its own
Finally,
unique
Goop is
vehicle.
almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porkypuff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved.
So, Porkypuff, or how can I defeat the World Enders?
His friends have prepared something specific for each World Eater. The Mekton, the Octopod, the Majute, and the Goo Glide are almost ready to ride. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the Tribe War and the situation with the World Eaters.
Got a rod net. Rarity 0. Abnormal. Fate of the world.
You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb.
Well, at least we can check the space. But like I said, you only get loot from enemies, I guess.
Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.
Biomutant. So at least it wasn't 2 hours into the game like some Ubisoft games that won't be listed. Presented by Experiment 101. The Adventure Begins trophy. Bird, and stuff on. Daniel and Jacob. Yeah, I think there's only 20 people that.
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see.
You just pee on it. Come on. Signposts are found near locations of interest all around the world. You'll unlock signposts when interacting with them. You can fast travel to a signpost you've unlocked by selecting it on the map. Open the map at any time by pressing blah. Okay. Adam and Marcus. R10 and Torkel. Per and Eric. Jesus. This is not a world destroyer thing already? Jesus, look at the village.
That must be the World Eater that chewed off Out of Date's leg.
Yeah.
You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time.
David Shaw Parker. That's whose voice you're going to have to get used to.
That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake.
I wonder if we can help, like, rebuild villages and stuff. A little bit of RTS to it.
Look,
No, thank
a
you.
survivor.
Don't want to be famous.
Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here.
Your inner balance is two halves that completes a wholeness that flows through all things. At times, you'll be able to manifest your inner balance through deals and dialogue choices. And it was deeds, not deals. Few are those who always act in the same manner and are wholesome in the sum of choices we make and the actions we take. The balance of your actions creates your aura score, which affects the dialogue with other characters.
He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart.
Interacting with captives and Psi shrines will award you Psi points that you can use to unlock Psi powers. Powers can only be unlocked once you have reached the required dark or light inner balance.
Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions.
So I'll leave you to your fate, or let me help.
You chose dark, so you gotta keep on the dark.
Do I?
He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
That's a spark of light in you!
Too much already. I like the light.
That's right. Smack that spark out before it starts.
You don't have to be so harsh. It's such a little spark.
Take it out now while it's small.
There's always another spark.
Good old hit it with the shovel. You've gained a Psi point. Use it to unlock powers in the mutation menu, and powers are locked by aura score, meaning that your Psi points can only unlock powers of the same color as your current aura or without.
There's out of date again. He must have missed something important. Out of Date knows you'll make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there's two nearby. The Jackney tribe is likely to be your primary choice as they seek to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jackney tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world, and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jackney isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side.
And this is just our first set of
the tribe Sifus,
choices.
Jagni especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. He believes you share Jagni's view on the world. Regardless, Jagni would welcome someone that had helped them against the Myriad tribe. He'll be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Quest tracking. Your current and started quests are shown in your journal. See the blah blah blah. Journal, you can find information on your quests as well as previous tutorials and dialogue. So another world, talk to Jagni, defeat all 4 world people, and conquer the rival tribes. So, can't really do much yet. And that doesn't look like we got points.
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
We got 2 side points. So we have Blaze. Use Blaze. Press down the have bound to the ability. Blaze will launch you forward and leave a trail of fire behind you. Interesting. Use Blink. Press down the input you have bound to the ability, and it will teleport you in the direction you're moving, creating a shockwave where you reappear. So what one do you want?
I like Blaze, but I think Blink is going to give you more power.
So the next ones actually need light. Weird. You'd think there would be more choices. So what you say?
I like the look of Blaze, but I think Blink gives you more power. It's more powerful. Like knocking somebody out.
Yeah, we'll put it on square. See, we can still get it, so it's not a big deal. Jesus. Looked like it took half of my power away. Or my intelligence or whatever. So you said let's go up.
It's a bridge. Just get over it.
It had good... I thought it had good stuff here, but you can't. I was hoping to... get rid of the thing on the side, because we're playing on an OLED and I don't want crap up all the time.
Your reserves are tapped.
Oh, I guess the also taking the fork in the road probably, so we're going towards the guys that want to conquer everybody, most likely. Level 3. Weird. Yeah. More intelligence.
No. Even more brains.
Actually, the compass is not that big of a deal, because it's faint.
You can turn off the comic book effects too, because it does ridiculous.
No, it's fine, because it only comes up when you're fighting.
You can turn the subtitles off.
I got rid of the icons.
They've destroyed
but
this
I'd like
area,
to
muddied up what used to be muck.
get rid of
As
that.
if it wasn't bad enough
An
before the
alliance
tribe war
and
began.
that on the side. Doesn't look like it though. Health pack, 150. Just wondering if there's more rooms. Why is the world so empty?
That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war, or part of the problem.
Yeah, see, like peas on it.
Let's see.
So now we can teleport.
Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Doesn't know if the Sifu will have time for you, but he'll let you in to find out.
Off.
Zata is the moi totloho. Kariesne zdace. Paro, ya put
The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew. He welcomes you to the Jagni fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 preceded you.
The Great Wall or Cold Blood?
He's referring to your rampage through Bunker 101. It seems you don't mind a bit of blood on your hands. That's something you have in common. He understands that sometimes we need to lose ourselves, to find ourselves. But he's glad you chose to come here. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples.
So, disciples or Muma?
There were 6 of them, but the unity fell apart after Lupa Lupin attacked the old village. Soon after, they formed new tribes based on their own values, and when the Blight started, the animosity escalated to war. The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping the land, and there are rivals in all directions. Jagni doesn't want a new unity between the tribes. Their goal is to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. Says fear and hatred is the only path to domination, but you already know that. So embracing that side of you and helping them vanquish the tribes and letting the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life should be an easy decision.
Are we going dark or are we not going dark?
I don't know. Are we?
Well, what's better on the thing?
Supposedly you can change at any time, so it's not a big deal. Oh! Ally with Zheng. They want to this. Warning. Sets the game end goal to destroy the Tree of Life. Choosing Destiny for defeated rival Cephas is limited to subdue or vanquish. Well, it's up to you. We could just say no for now and then fast travel back.
He didn't talk to the other guys. You were born bad so you could do good in this world. That weak mind of yours has made you soft. He'll give you a chance to change your mind before you leave and asks you to reconsider. Otherwise, you'll be seen as a rival.
Dun dun dun.
Slam your rival.
Then so be it. He wants you to know that they'll show no mercy at the end of this war, and offers you a last chance to come back and join when you realize you've picked the wrong side.
There we go. Not even gonna shake his hand? What a jerk.
And with that, he urges you to seek protection at Myriad's stone fort before word gets out that you've chosen not to side with them.
Stone fort, or I won't need protection.
It was built on the back of many, including us, and claimed by Myriad when the construction was abandoned after the attack on the old village. It was your Mooma's vision for a new home for us all. It's time to say goodbye for now. And if it's not the kind of goodbye that lasts forever, then the next will mean the end for you.
Motor in. Ooh. Nope, it's a different side. Oh, is it? Nope, this is a different side. Small health back. Because now we're going this way, and if we look at the map, see? We came up and over. Now we're going east, or whatever you want to call it. What are you doing there? Guy, why'd you jump off of me? You're supposed to be my buddy. Yeah. Let's go see what the hippies have to say. Ooh, cool. Castle on the hill. Motor in.
That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know.
Tell me if you... Oh, there's the sign. Got a P on it. I'm classy.
Let's see.
So now we can teleport between the two. What? Weird.
Let's see.
Or I don't know how to use it yet.
It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. They don't just let anyone see the Sifu, but there's something different about you.
It's not like it was maybe, what, a minute or two to run back, so... Got some pretty cool color in there, man.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you. The wall that separates them from the other side? The wasteland you came from? He guesses the time spent there just left a blank space in your memory, as empty and barren as the wasteland itself. He's convinced you've returned for a reason, and is glad you chose to come here. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The one you should coerce first is the Jagni tribe. The Myriad were placed here to fulfill a certain purpose, chosen to unite the tribes and take control of their destiny. The tribes need a firm hand guiding them into the future. Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war. You need to take the struggle to the enemy, or the enemy will bring it to you. When survival is threatened, there's no other option left but war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of.
Interesting. And that will change the power balance.
He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen.
So we can still get it.
Even though you don't share their values, they hope you'll lead with mercy. The outcome of this war is up to you. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon. Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again.
Share land again, or challenge to unite?
They passed the point of no return as their words lost power and see no other way forward than using violence to combat violence. Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. He remembers your kind and unselfish soul, and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good. Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong, and can sometimes come to life. Passing the old village on your way to the first rival outpost might help.
What family? The old village.
He can't blame you for not remembering, but he can sense the stillness of something lost. You have things to do, places to go to. Says you're welcome back. Twinkles that it's good the Myriad tribe is your friend, even if you'd rather shade than shine. Understands you have other places you need to go. Feels for you, even though you're wrong. Will be around when you return.
So I got a couple health packs, and that's about it. Talked to some people, but they're all kind of rude. Ooh.
Peddler is eager for you to have a look at the wares.
Pew pew broker.
Pew pew broker. I'm here for your wares. I appreciate that you took time for me.
Says the place is in high demand, so no wonder you're eager to get down to business.
Hey, vendor types. Each vendor specializes on particular items: melee weapon parts, range weapon parts, gear parts, clothes, or mounts. Going to the vendor and browsing their stock can be a great way to find better parts for your gear. If you're missing a specific part, go to the vendor. Buying items. You can purchase items from the vendor. Currency in the form of a leaf. We have 0 leaves right now. Green is gathered from specific bushes or through selling items. Interesting. Selling items. You're able to sell items to a vendor by going to the Sell tab. You don't have to worry about too much about it this yet. You'll find items on and green as you explore the world. Pew pew, Bok, Sparkaraka. So that's the gun we use currently. And then that's the sparklers. Just a bunch of parts. Clothes, we just have the clothes we're wearing. Consumables, so that's the health we have. We haven't really been using that, so we'll see. See if this guy's gonna be a
Tells
rude
you
to us
nothing
too.
good happens after dark, but maybe that's all right by you. Says you'll see each other later.
Any other stores here? Ooh. There. Health pouch.
Says the shop holds something for everyone, especially you. Points out they just restocked, so you should be able to find something you like here.
A Giga Blade. A Bonk Hammer. Impaler. Spine Spank. A Flat Iron. A Hook Blade. A Tin Can. A Toe Cutter. Big Blade. Clamp Cutter. Shrunk Edge, I guess. Cope Cutter. And Stabby. Alright, let's get out in the real world and... Did we talk to her?
Offers you extraordinary prices for thinks you should practice patience if you want to make a good deal.
Duct tape, e-waste, sharp. There we go, new clothes. Camouflage pants. Doesn't say anything. I wanted to see if it like actually expands your storage or anything. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so they have at least 3 stores here, possibly more. Just robbing them blind. Okay, there's the wall. So that's good to know. So when you come in the front door, just go straight through the... There we go. Pass through the cave. Interesting. What cave? Yeah, it's because I shut off the little icon, but it doesn't really matter because that icon moves, so it should be okay with being on the... Yeah, because see, that's always moving. Yeah. See, it goes from side to side. So it should be okay leaving it where it is. I don't know if we should be exploring or what. Haven't really got rewarded for exploring yet, so...
This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone.
I don't know if I can die from the height or... Well, it doesn't seem to affect us. Visit your childhood village.
Better beware, that's a
Hey,
monk
big boy.
up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Crackazap!
Yeah, it's crazy how much more powerful are. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. So much for a level 4. Suck it. Give me something good. A tickling toffee. Look at all the bodies. Who? I just don't know if there's stuff in the ruins or... So that gives me confidence then, because we're at like a level, what, 2 or 3? So if I can take down a 4, no problem, then...
Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation.
Rebuild my own
There's something
village.
special about it, drawing you closer.
Do it my own way. Screw the tribes. You bow to me. Just taking a whiz.
See.
Taking a whiz.
Place a waypoint, maybe?
Nope. It's not an option.
As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over.
See me shrink?
Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind.
Goop.
Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He asks how you are today.
Can't complain. Better now that you asked. A little down.
Goop says he always does better whenever he leaves failure behind. He's happy his good mood is infectious. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique.
I'm into one food, been on my own. I'd sure like to.
Goop says some choose to be lonely because no one understands what they're going through. If that's you, he'll try to help you, if you let him. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now.
Teach me as in now. Why? I'd be grateful.
Why not? There's no better time to do what needs to be done than right now.
How small we are. You can swim in most waters, while in very deep water you slowly lose your energy, and when you're out of blah, you drown. Yeah, I've already done that before. Very inefficient at swimming.
He says that wasn't too bad, was it?
At least I learned how to not swim. You almost drowned me. I need to keep at it.
Way to go. Don't let the sound of the waves drown out your spirit. But you need practice. Lots of practice.
Swimming is not my thing, or a better teacher. I'll keep trying.
Great things usually happen to those who never stop trying. He hopes you'll be one of them. You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim.
Not made for the surf. Keep it to yourself. I'll try harder to soak up your instructions.
You can never try too hard. Judging by your Mooma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go.
Looking forward to it. Wong Fu's easy. I lost track of time.
She's not unhappy with your progress, but you still have a lot to prove. You should know, practice makes perfect.
Why practice what I know? I'll train harder. You're right.
As long as it doesn't kill you, it'll only make you stronger. She'll see you at the village square.
I had things to do. I love training, and see you soon.
She says that's good. With a passion for learning, you'll never cease to grow. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today.
Gizmo, so that's one of the guys that's going to be at the route. Found anything you can use? Wish I could shake this bad feeling. Better now that I'm talking to you.
His only interest when creating is that what he comes up with is actually useful. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on.
I don't mind picking up trash. If you pick it up, I don't have to. It's our duty.
He's happy to hear that from someone that's a part of the coming generation. You owe it to yourself to protect the environment. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some.
Main quest, upcycling. Yeah, and that's the other big thing in this game is the crafting.
He wonders what usefulness you found.
I'm not sure. You're the expert. Something old to make something new.
He says every little thing counts. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle.
I'm ready to get my hands dirty. I doubt what I've found is useful. The things you make are great.
That's the spirit. You can't make a difference unless you get your hands dirty. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start.
Okay, crafting intro. Welcome to crafting. Here you can modify existing weapons and armors, or if you're feeling creative, create entirely new weapons from scratch. With the right pieces, you can craft your own weapons. To start crafting your weapons, first select the base. This defines which weapon you will craft. There are 3 different kinds. A crush, a one-handed slash, a two-handed slash for melee. To continue crafting your weapons, select the handle slot. Select the handle you want in order to be able to craft your weapon. So you got a hipster handle, a crank part, a flint spike grip, a banana. That's funny. It's actually a banana. Utility, a throng wolf, a butcher's, a stick, a saw, a hipster handle again, a Exxon, and we have 2 of them. A rubber grip, a tool, a rubber grip, rebar, crank part, short stick, pipe, wrench, a clencher, a short stack, a mini club, a stick, but with remarkable rareness, a saw, and a worksman. So I'd just go by the price most likely. So you got the hipster handle at 20, which gives us 1.5, or the stick. Rarity is 40 instead of 20.
It's just the quality, I think.
330 to 560. 330 to 555. So it's up to you. It's also the look of the weapon. So you have the stick or you have the hipster.
Off. Hey.
Press square to craft it.
Phoenix.
You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon.
I wanted something cutting edge. It's what I know how to make. I made something for MoMA.
He believes being considerate will help you feel at peace with yourself. He understands, but hopes you won't be needing it anytime soon.
I'll ask MoMA to teach me how to use it. I made it. It's mine. I don't intend to use it, but I'll take it.
You're not in this world to live up to his expectations, but he hopes you're never going to have to use that weapon of yours. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away.
What's on the schedule today? I can't be there. I'm here. Sorry I'm late.
Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent hardship on nature and the environment. It's your future. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone.
Gone? I'm here, not there. I'll try harder.
She won't live forever, you know that. But she intends to make the most of every day she gets, especially the ones you share together. You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her. She wants you to understand that whatever path you choose in life, you must stay true to yourself.
Okay.
They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. He says that it's not too late for you to turn back, though. There's no way they'll let you pass. He wants to know who you think you are.
No one needs to get hurt. I'd rather be a nobody than you. Why are you punishing or pushing others down?
They push each other to become better, and sometimes someone gets pushed down along the way.
Yeah, so those are all the species. So those are the two gangs we've heard about already. Do we have any powers? Nope. So time to just whoop your ass as is. I haven't done melee, so I don't know half of the buttons, you know. Interesting. I think I lost that, but... Taking my weapon!
She asks if you're hurt. What happened?
They're insecure, they're envious because I have you. We should invite them to train.
If confidence is silent and insecurity is loud, she thinks you're absolutely right. The most important thing is that you're okay. It's time to focus on your training now.
It'll clear my mind. I'll catch them later. I must get stronger than my excuses.
You won't need excuses if you are strong in your conviction.
Yeah, I would assume there's nothing to loot because it's just a memory.
Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best.
Freaking out.
Seeing you always puts a smile on your
Papa Gijo.
face. He wants to know how you're feeling.
As good as anybody, not better. Something is wrong. I feel useful.
He heard you helped Gizmo clean up. He's proud of you. He asks if you could help him, too, before you leave for training.
If you... family comes first, make it quick.
He'll talk to her, sure, but you know she wants you to accept responsibility for your own actions and future. He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for how you can upcycle some old fabrics.
Laundry pile. I wonder if we're gonna find it in the ruins. So the weapon we made and the clothes. Where's the... Let's check out here then, I guess. Jesus, I'm tiny. But they're also tiny, so I don't know. Like I said, they're living in the human
He's curious
ruins.
to see what you found.
It's our home, your stuff, something familiar to renew. I'm not sure.
He's all for renewal and has even considered making the trip out into the wilds to look for a bionucleus pool and refresh his DNA. He can work wonders with pretty much anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. Says at least dirty hands are proof that you tried, and that counts. That you failed this time doesn't mean you can't succeed the next. He says it's about time you learned how, and offers to teach you, starting with the scrap you found.
Okay, gear crafting. When looting, you find add-ons. These can be crafted onto an item to increase the stats of the item. To upgrade armor and clothing with items, select a slot and add-on, then press square. So we have shoulder, arm, chest, arm. Oh. Pee-wee's jacket. Weird.
The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you. He knows she's already proud of you and everything you've achieved so far. You should take it with you, wear it to practice. He thinks you should. She'll be proud of you. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this.
Yeah, that's the thing of this game, is like massive customization on both body armor and weapons. And then the DNA. When you go into the other places, then you can change the look of your character.
Your Muma says it's about time you got here.
I'm here now, ready to go. Better late than never. I'm easily distracted. I'll work on that.
Wants you to understand that you can do anything if you work really hard. She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left before the sun goes down. But there's enough time left for repetition, and you need it. Training dummies don't hit back. Wants you to prove that with some practice first.
I'm like so
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you. Thanks you for being such a good student.
Hopefully this will score us some good
Been
points.
working on a present for
Burns
you,
game's
with the
been
help of
being
Gizmo
too
and
nice.
Wiz. You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved it. That's why you should be sure to thank him for it.
Jesus. As a hookah. Ah, that's Wiz. I didn't know he had a name. Oh, catch the man. Where'd he go? Come on. What am I? There we go.
Catchy.
Jeez.
Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful.
I wonder what it does. It's seen better days. What an effort it must have been.
Figuring that out is half the fun. A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device. It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever you see.
Will it record what happens to me? I'll be under surveillance, and that's good if anything bad happens.
Says it's not a record keeper, more like a companion. Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day.
True, it's getting late, but what a day it's been, and I don't want it to end yet.
She's so happy you made the most of it. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow.
Dun dun dun.
Nothing could stop Lupin from setting the world on fire.
Raining right through the house. What the hell?
Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire.
Oh, rain right on my screen.
That's just adding fuel to the flames.
Gotta
Give
do
it
it
a
so
last
slow.
burst and you'll make it.
Kick his ass, Mom.
Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming. There's nowhere to run to this time. The time has come to stand and fight. Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she was chosen to lead. She tells you to stay back. This is her fight. It has nothing to do with you. History has finally caught up with her. She had a life before you were born, you know. Darker and less fun. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present.
Oh. I got somehow into that flame. What the hell? I'm actually supposed to defeat him? Yeah.
You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water.
Dun dun dun. So she drowned it in the water. To save me.
You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow.
He be coming. Yeah, see, I think we have like 1,000 focus. No, mother!
Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you.
Now, is it the good or the evil side?
The creature
She said
is
she had
hungry
a
for
dark
more.
history.
Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity, when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about.
Jesus.
What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory.
Well, that's how I got over the Great Wall. I was just throwing.
As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It
What happened to the
simply means
village?
you need to move on.
Ran around my hallucination.
Let's see.
Another world. Okay. With that, guys, we're going to call it an episode here. So thanks for coming by. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe as always. And see you guys next time. Bye for now.